Hello everyone, welcome back to Police Danny. On tense roads, Police Danny takes you into heart-pounding chases, where officers relentlessly pursue criminals at high speeds, facing horrific accidents. Every second counts in the fight for survival. Watch till the end and feel the thrill and danger of high-speed street chases with Police Danny. At approximately 1:44 p.m. on December 10th, 2024, I, Trooper Vrooman, merged onto United States Highway 67 from the 48-mile marker ramp to head south. At this time, I observed the listed vehicle, a white 2022 Dodge Challenger CA-9 AZZ523, traveling in the left lane. The driver, later identified as Mr. Dontarius Gordon, continued driving in the left lane for about 3 miles at a speed of approximately 65 miles per hour. As I caught up to Gordon, I reached about 139 miles per hour. Gordon continued to drive dangerously, weaving in and out of traffic at speeds exceeding 120 miles per hour. As Gordon occupied the left lane near the 42-mile marker, I moved towards the rear of his vehicle, attempting a tactical vehicle intervention, TVI. Gordon moved into the right lane, continuing to drive dangerously on the shoulder at over 125 miles per hour, passing a pickup truck. Once clear of the truck, I had another chance to perform a TVI. I made contact with the right front bumper of my vehicle, placing it on the left rear bumper of Gordon's vehicle at around 126 miles per hour, successfully initiating the TVI. I immediately applied the brakes to create distance, and Gordon's vehicle collided with the cable barrier on the left shoulder. I then positioned my vehicle's front bumper on Gordon's rear bumper to ensure he wouldn't drive off. As Gordon exited his vehicle and began to run, I ordered him to stop, but he ignored me. I chased him, advising Troop B dispatch that Gordon was fleeing on foot. I caught up to Gordon approximately 20 yards from the vehicle. After a brief struggle, I managed to restrain him by striking his head and face. A passerby, Mr. Stacy Bunch, stopped to assist me in holding Gordon until Trooper Parrish arrived. Parrish handcuffed Gordon without further incident. At approximately 2:38 a.m. on April 23, 2024, I, Trooper Logan, was conducting a traffic stop with my emergency lights activated on Gandy Boulevard, just west of I-275 on the right shoulder in Pinellas County, Florida. I then observed a white F-150 truck with Florida license plate 89BFDG traveling east on Gandy Boulevard. It passed my patrol car at a high rate of speed, well above the posted speed limit. I immediately attempted to overtake the white truck. The white truck continued east on Gandy Boulevard, running a solid red traffic signal at the intersection of Gandy Boulevard and the I-275 southbound exit ramp. The truck exited Gandy Boulevard at 94th Avenue North, made a U-turn, and began traveling west on Gandy Boulevard. I activated my emergency lights and siren in an attempt to pull the truck over, but it turned off its lights and began fleeing the scene. Due to the reckless disregard for public safety, I initiated a pursuit and notified the Tampa Bay Regional Communications Center, TBRCC. truck continued westbound on Gandy Boulevard, heading toward US 19, weaving dangerously through traffic. It then proceeded west on Park Boulevard, crossing the intersection of Park Boulevard and 49th Street North at approximately 100 miles per hour. The truck braked and swerved several times, even traveling against traffic in the eastbound lanes of Park Boulevard. The driver attempted to turn left onto 63rd Street North, but failed to navigate the turn, causing the front of the truck to collide with a building located at 6300 Park Boulevard.
Driver, let me see your hand! What's on the vehicle?
Yeah, I'm pointing for back.
I positioned my patrol car directly behind the white truck and gave the driver verbal commands to exit the vehicle and keep his hands visible. The driver exited from the passenger side and laid face down next to the truck. Trooper Gonzalez, 1589, arrived to assist. The driver kept making furtive movements by his waistband. After Trooper Gonzalez cleared the truck, we took the driver into custody without further incident. The driver was identified as Michael William Turner via his Florida ID card.
All units, you can 66 number 6 traffic, 244. 1589.
Looks like there's only one occupant, so we're going to slow one down.
While questioning the driver, I smelled a strong odor of alcohol coming from his mouth. His eyes were bloodshot, watery, and glassy. I learned that his driver's license had been suspended since August 4th, 2023 due to fleeing to elude. When asked to perform a breath test, he refused. Upon checking his record, I discovered several active felony warrants for drug trafficking, felon in possession of a firearm, and more. The driver was arrested and transported to Pinellas County Jail.
Hey, real quick.
I don't want to talk.
No, I'm not asking you to talk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You gonna take a breath test, yes or no?
No.
Okay. If
Man, take me to jail, bro.
I gotta read this to you.
No disrespect.
I know.
Rights are all. You have the right to remain silent.
Yes, you do.
Anything you may use again in the court of law. Man, I'm a career criminal, bro.
I get it.
Hey, look, bro.
Hey, check this out.
No disrespect, sir.
I understand, but I gotta
man,
read it.
take me to jail.
You going?
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro.
Okay, if you
fuck
take
you
the
and
under
crackers.
if you're driving,
Man,
you're
suck my
1
dick,
year.
bro. They take me to jail. Fuck that.
Subsection 327, 3245.
Man,
You just
fuck them.
test your breath. You're under blood.
Yeah.
You take the test that I requested of you. Are you
Man, suck my
still refusing
dick, bro.
this test, yes or no?
Fuck you.
Okay.
Alright, make a right on Miller.
Right on Miller.
Right on Miller.
On February 23rd, 2021, at approximately 1649 hours, I was conducting stationary speed detection on Interstate 185 South. I observed a dark-colored sedan that appeared to be exceeding the speed limit. I activated my patrol vehicle's emergency lights and entered the southbound lane. As I approached the vehicle, I identified it through its Georgia registration using the GCIC system. The vehicle continued south on I-185 to exit 7, Airport Thruway, and made a right turn onto the road. I attempted a pit maneuver, but it was unsuccessful. The vehicle continued eastbound on Airport Thruway, weaving in and out of traffic and driving off the roadway several times, causing other motorists to swerve to avoid collisions. The vehicle then approached Miller Road, cutting across a lane to avoid a collision with another vehicle at a yield sign. Running over the sign and continuing east on Miller Road, it disregarded a red light at the intersection with Warm Springs Connector.
Airport freeway.
Airport freeway.
Going by the airport. On the airport. I already attempted a pit. Spun out of it.
Alright. You still behind me?
Yes, I am. CNW 7086. CNW 7086.
I got you. How many occupants?
Looks to be 3 at least.
3 occupants?
Yes.
Near United Fence Company, the driver appeared to throw an item from the driver's window towards the shoulder of the road. The vehicle continued east on Miller Road, disregarding a red light at the intersection with Gentian Boulevard, and continued running through red lights at Macon Road, turning left. The vehicle traveled around Grady Drive and made a right turn back onto Miller Road. I attempted to maneuver to stop the vehicle, but it was unsuccessful.
Alright, the driver is taking 791.
Circle K, airport freeway.
Circle K on the airport freeway.
Miller Road. Crystal Drive, Crystal Court.
Alright. Still on Crystal Drive or on the Crystal Court?
Crystal Drive, pulling into a housing area. Trailer park.
Housing area, trailer park on Crystal Drive. Then circle back around to make it 1091. Got an update?
Coming back out of the drive.
Crystal Drive.
Back to Macon Road.
Okay.
Going down the red line, going across Macon.
Across Macon, blues and white.
Turn on Arnold Drive, Lakeshore Drive. On Arnold.
Alright, right on Arnold.
Drive. Coming up on the intersection.
I then positioned my vehicle to pin the violator's car against the shoulder of the road.
Miller Road.
The vehicle eventually came to a stop in front of Waddle Elementary School. The passenger threw several items from the passenger side window over a residential fence. I exited my vehicle, drew my service weapon, and ordered the occupants to show their hands outside the windows, which they complied with. I then handcuffed the occupants.
Hands out! Hands out! Hands out! Hands out! Get the hands out of the fucking window! Put them out the window! Cancel.
Upon searching the vehicle, I noticed a faint odor of marijuana. During the inventory search, I found 2 firearms with magazines, one of which was identified as stolen from Columbus, Georgia. I also discovered a glass bottle containing a brown liquid with the odor of alcohol behind the driver's seat. There was also a large amount of cash inside the vehicle. The vehicle was towed by Griffin and Griffin Towing for further investigation. The driver, Mr. Michael Jaquan Gentry, was identified through his Georgia driver's license via GCIC and was transported to the Muskogee County Jail. He was charged with speeding, fleeing, theft by receiving stolen property, failure to obey traffic control devices, reckless driving, and possession of an open container in a passenger area.
I'm here with hard traffic good.
At approximately 1:13 p.m. on July 17, 2024, I, Trooper David Calvert, observed a white Dodge truck traveling south on State Highway 161 near the on-ramp to Interstate 40 East. A query through ACIC/NCIC revealed that the truck was reported stolen by the Jacksonville Police Department, JPD report 24-03616. I activated my emergency lights and initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle on the on-ramp to Interstate 40 East. At approximately 1:14 p.m., I activated my sirens to initiate a traffic stop, but the vehicle sped up and began fleeing eastbound on Interstate 40. I engaged my emergency sirens, and the vehicle continued at a high rate of speed, weaving in and out of traffic to avoid law enforcement. The driver showed no regard for public safety, driving on the shoulder and nearly colliding with other vehicles.
Right now, I'm about to get on 440.
The pursuit continued for approximately 9 miles on Interstate 40 East through light to moderate traffic. The driver continued at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, weaving abruptly between lanes 1 and 2 while driving on the shoulder. Due to the heavy traffic and for the safety of other motorists, I could not attempt a tactical vehicle intervention, TVI. At the 165-mile marker, Trooper Ana Escamilla became the secondary unit in the pursuit.
I'm at the 171. I'm here with a hard traffic. Traffic's good.
We gotta stop.
At the 166-mile marker, the vehicle suddenly stopped. The driver, later identified as Lonnie Hansen, exited the vehicle and raised his hands to show he was no longer resisting. As he exited, Hansen threw a small white baggie containing a crystal-like substance on the ground near the driver's door. Based on my training and experience, I recognized the substance as methamphetamine. Trooper Escamilla and I ordered Hansen to lie on the ground, and he complied and was taken into custody. Hansen refused to identify himself to me or other law enforcement officers. Trooper Chase Landry and Trooper First Class TFC Kerry Permenter assisted with the vehicle search. A probable cause search of the vehicle revealed a wooden club approximately 2 feet long, a switchblade knife, a glass pipe used for inhaling narcotics, and a small container of marijuana. Upon reviewing the vehicle's mobile recording footage, it was found that Hansen threw a brown bag from the passenger side of the vehicle near the 158-mile marker, where a Glock 23 handgun was later discovered. So, what do you think about these heart-pounding chases? Do you believe the officers can always outsmart the high-speed criminals? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy these thrilling chases. Be sure to subscribe to Police Danny so you never miss an exciting pursuit and stay with us on these dangerous journeys.